317RL Wildcat here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I'm sure you've noticed it is a bit of an inclement day. We've been referring to this as the Snow Kitty that came in this morning instead of Wildcat. Regardless, there are a lot of mid-profile fifth wheels to choose from. So why is Wildcat the second best seller in its price category? That's what I want to focus on, the things that make this very cool and desirable. I may make the outside tour a bit brief because, as you can see, it is really cold outside today. Power awning, push button operated. You can stand inside, run your awning in and out, never have to go outside, get wet, cold, wind battered, any of that. There is also a big LED light strip at the base of the awning so you can see outside. Something that is highly unusual in this class is the fact that this is a full drop frame coach, and they can do that because they use an HLSA frame, high strength, low alloy frame. In English, very strong steel frame. It's the same type of frame that you find like in an aircraft. It allows them to drop the frame down right here to get you the full underbelly. You'll find other manufacturers will give you this big door, but when you open it up, you got that big plastic trough down here, and you only get this much storage. With Wildcat, you get the whole thing. A snowy day like this is a good day to talk about the Climatech package they put in here. That is not just an enclosed underbelly, because that is extremely common. The enclosed underbelly is only one part of the Climatech. You find a lot of these, quote, polar packages out there that don't really go the extra mile. They just enclose the underbelly, and that's good, but they don't insulate. They don't force air heat the underbelly, and those are the qualities you'll find here in a Wildcat. Actually, speaking of insulation, they run a dual layer foil insulation across the entire roof, the entire floor, the slide outs to give those insulation, and then they wrap that insulation around your nose cap. And that is a huge heat loss area for most manufacturers. A lot of manufacturers with their, quote, air quotes, polar package, they do not insulate the nose or the slide outs. Huge problem, and you see that Wildcat does not suffer from that failure. Coming over here, I always like to point out, notice that these doors open sideways. You don't have to duck under these doors. You don't have to fight with them. They're easy. They're just like you'd want. Also, you have a fully privatized docking center. Not unusual in the fifth wheel, but it is unusual in this class. And you see it's easy one-hand operational. 10-gallon vessel on the water heater, but the question you need to ask is not the size of the heater, but the gallons per hour, and that is capable of up to 20 gallons of hot water recharge per hour. Notice that even the windows on the sides of the slide do open for ventilation. And notice that even on this dreary day, you can clearly see the reflection of that mirror. This is a true high gloss gel coat, which is something not found in this class typically. Similar is the construction. You see that the sidewalls of the slide out are fully laminated. They're structural, they're insulated. There are very few other brands that tout that kind of construction in this category. It's actually kind of amazing how many of these high dollar fifth wheels don't bother to laminate the sides of the slide outs. That also means, like I said, they're not insulated, they're not structural. They do put an accent color wall on the rear wall here, just to give it that really sweet look. Keep in mind, this is a good time to mention, like this RV right here has a full backup camera system equipped on it. That's why you can see that little antenna sticking out there. Not every single 317 RL Wildcat we bring in is going to have the exact same equipment you see in this video. If you see a discrepancy in the pictures, more often than not the pictures are accurate. Like, we're going to have lots of these come in all summer, and we'll probably still use this video here in the snow. It doesn't mean it's the same coach. It just means that it's a similar floor plane. Notice, too, this is something I love. They do put a hinge on this ladder. So this ladder can fold up to leave this rear wall open. So if you want to put a bike rack on that bumper, you can do so without fighting with your ladder. This does have a full outside kitchen. And what you're not seeing is the grill. This little rack right here pulls out, and there's an electric Weber grill. Everybody knows that name, Weber grills. Electric Weber grill comes with this. Very fun, very cool. Now what that does is it allows them to leave this wide open for extra countertop and use space in here. And I love this little utility rack. You see that this little basket, the paper towel holder right here, can slide along that rack. And this is set up for a TV outside. More often than not, we will include that TV in our options, but always call to double check. You also get the big fridge, not the little one. So Dad's medicine cabinet, you're all set. Now this is another thing I really like on these. it's there. Obviously, you can get to this trash can from inside. There's a little hidden area in the countertop, but they give you an easy way to access a garbage can outside, as well as an easy way to dispose of your garbage without having to drag it through your entire trailer. It's very sweet. Also, 4 steps, not 3. That's almost never found in this class. It's very, very unusual, and definitely something you want to look for. Pardon me while I kick the snow off my boots walking in. Again, real quick, I want to mention the color schemes we're looking at in here, they can vary from model to model. So, if the 317 we have in stock, the pictures look different from this, don't have a heart attack. You know why. Normally, a Wildcat would have an 8 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, which is already 33% larger than most fifth wheels. However, we've gone a step further and kicked this up to a 9 cubic foot. That's the stainless steel look that you're seeing here. If you see one of these types of fridges, then you know it's the 9 cubic foot fridge. In English, it's just even bigger. You need every ounce of cold storage you can get. And check out the massive pantry next to this thing. It is very impressive. And they give you easy residential hardware to hold on to. Every cabinet you will find, inside, outside, otherwise, is all residential hidden hinge cabinetry. What I like about that, you get it close to shut, and it shuts itself. So if you're bouncing down the road and that thing bounces open, you stand a really good chance of getting that shut. And notice too, you do have a linen cabinet or a second pantry over here, which is just not really conducive to still photos. I gave that one a shot. I'm really picky on my photos. I like things to look good. This is a freestanding dining table, and I've had someone say, well, they mounted the table backwards. No, the table's not screwed down to the floor. You strap it down in transit. It's a true freestanding table. You can move it around if you want to. Now, you'll see 2 of these full-time chairs out here, and then I pulled out 1 of the part-time chairs. You can fold these out whenever you want them, store them under the bed or in the closet when you're not using them, so that you do have full, 4 seating for guests. And look at the big windows in this thing. Big, big windows. And these are night shades. They did not put the 2-section day-night shades on because these windows do have an 80% UV tint. Kind of like automotive tint. You can see out, people can't see in. Big theater seat upgrade here instead of the standard barrel chairs. That's, man, those things are comfy. I really didn't want to get up. You can see I checked the one out there for quality control purposes. Anyway, big full rear wall sofa. And this is a hide-to-bed sofa. What's really nice about this, they had to build the trailer around a sofa. A lot of manufacturers with a rear pair of recliner chairs, the problem is they will build this slide out deeper than the chairs. So you have to turn the chairs or stack the chairs on the couch or something like that. Because this is a sofa, because it can't move, they weren't able to do that. They had to make this easy to use. That's what I like. You push a button, slides open, you sit down, you're done. Now the rear wall, you will find extra power outlets. That's a very nice feature. You'll also find extra LED lights. And what I do like is all of your interior lights just have easy access switches. You don't have to go searching around for light switches. You don't have to push a button to turn off every single light. Looking up here at the ceiling, we've added a residential ceiling fan to give you some really nice airflow in here. But what you don't see is awesome. What you should be seeing right here is your air conditioner. Instead, you see nothing. You'll find a pair of these little cold air return vents here. This is called a Whisper Quiet AC. It will drastically reduce the amount of noise you have to deal with when your air kicks on. Living room TV is included. We've simply pulled that out for storage purposes before I had a chance to fire up this video here. Notice the TV is on a nice swing arm though. You can turn it to face the sofa, or you can, at the standard position it faces the theater seating. You can even turn it to face the dinette or the kitchen, anywhere you want. Storage all the way around it, and this is sweet. This stereo does everything. AM, FM, CD, DVD, HDMI, Bluetooth. It does everything. And what's awesome is not only that, but your TV in this is HDMI enabled, and they include the cable for you from Wildcat. That seems like not a big deal, but this is like a $20 to $40 cable, depending on what quality and grade you get. And they've gone ahead and fished it through the wall. You don't have to tear apart your entertainment center to do it, and you don't have to worry about a cord dangling across your entertainment center. This thing will always look clean. It's built from day one to perform. And that's what I like. There's a lot of like extra prep work and things that they'll put into these that they take care of right away at Wildcat. Over here at the kitchen, we have nicer solid surface actual Corian countertops. If it doesn't say Corian, it's not Corian. Simple enough. When you get solid surface countertops, you can undermount the sink. And you see that American flag? That's not just there for looks. That's an American stone cast sink, and that's important because Wildcat is really big on American sourcing as many products as they can. The name brands you find in this are generally American made whenever they can. If they can't find a domestic supplier, it's the only time they look elsewhere. Now this I love. First of all, you've already seen that you have a big trash can storage area. You could actually use this as a second trash can storage or just generic storage. And notice that your lower doors are also all hardwood inserts. They don't chintz once they go to the lower cabinets like a lot of manufacturers. This is sweet. This is like a hidden pantry and kitchen drawer system all in one. And when you're not using it, it's out of sight, out of mind, clean. It's slick. And they even give you a little toe kick here in the kitchen so you can stand right up to the sink and put your toes right under that cabinet. You know, it's devil's in the details. They do such a good job. Bigger 22-inch oven rather than a smaller 16-inch. And a matching stovetop hood and microwave. And this is a real backsplash. You know, again, devil's in the details, but they get the job done. 3 easy steps, not 2. And I love this linoleum. It's got like a reclaimed barnwood appearance to it. Very sharp. This is very much a classic setup here where you curl up the off-door side, the driver's side of the RV. You hadn't seen RVs built like this for a while, and you're really starting to see it come back now because there's just the way the things shape up. There's a certain class and character to it that you don't always find. Like this door. This is just very classy, that French style, you know, etched panel insert. That is just good looking. So up here in the master bedroom suite, you can easily see up here how it has a domed interior headliner. The roof is arched. That gives you more headroom, especially up here in the upper deck in the shower and in the bedroom. Big windows, both in the slide out and across from the slide to give you lots of light. Full front storage, and you can see with that panel open right there, this is washer dryer prepped. And we have just floor to ceiling storage on this side over here. Lots of walkable room around this bed. You can actually get dressed in this bedroom. And remember, they do insulate this nose cap, so this thing's not going to freeze you to death at night. The other thing I like to point out is on each side of the bed, right here you find a power outlet. And up in that corner you find a power outlet. Good for CPAP machines. And if you're into fashion, well, they certainly include enough pillows here. The bed does lift up for storage. I mentioned that the other dinette seat is located under there. We have a nice, simple corner entertainment center up here, but they open every little square inch they can for storage. And what I love about this is they have a little charger station up here. USB plugs. It's got a 12-volt plug, like a cigarette lighter plug you'd find in a car. And again, everywhere you walk in Wildcat, it's just one button for lights. Same button for off. They actually give you wall switches. And that seems silly, like, yeah, of course they do that. Not everybody does. That's why I mention it. And those are features you're going to use every single day. You're going to turn the lights on and off in your bedroom, in your living room, every single day. And something as simple as a little wall switch will make your camping experience so much richer and more enjoyable. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Braving the elements out here in sub-zero weather. You know, when other dealers tell you they'll go above and beyond, we already did. Because it is not fun recording videos in the cold like this. But if I were shopping and I was going to invest tens of thousands of dollars, I'd sure appreciate if someone did that for me. So maybe give us a call and you'd be surprised to see what we can do for you. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping.